Good afternoon. I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. Another major oil price rollback is in the works for next week. Industry sources say that gasoline prices could go down by more or less 4 pesos per liter, while the price for a liter of diesel may be slashed by up to 2 pesos. This would mark the third weekly consecutive rollback in the prices of petroleum products. And to discuss the forthcoming oil price rollback some more, we have with us DOE Oil Industry Management Bureau Director Rino Abad joining us now over the phone. Director Abad, good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon to your televiewers.
All right, Director Abad, first off, to what can we attribute the projected price cuts in oil products?
First, this is just a continuing effect of the intermittent lockdown in China. And of course, second is the ongoing interest hike. And possibly another round could be expected as pronounced by U.S. There will be a policy rate review by July 26, 27. And after that, there is another round of interest hike. We could probably expect rollbacks to continue even after next week.
All right, and with oil prices expected to keep going down in the next few weeks, can we expect the prices of commodities and other basic goods to follow suit?
Well, ideally, as an input to basically transport costs, right after next week, if you go to the pump price, you will see a decrease, a continuing decrease of pump prices, and vis-a-vis the cost of fuel for the transport sector, who are most likely the one delivering products, input to the fuel input for the production. So definitely that lower cost in fuel will be a factor in decreasing the final price of these products.
All right, despite this projected or expected easing of oil prices for the transport sector, does the DOE still have some plans to help offset further the high oil prices and help out transport groups?
The most effective way of supporting the transport sector would be a direct subsidy. We have now an existing 2.5 billion pesos under the EAA of 2022. There is a budget of around 2.5 billion pesos. I'm not just coming in advance to the decision of the current administration, but we hope to have this continue. Probably reviewed as to the amount of the allocation. The most effective way is to increase, of course, and probably cover more sectors other than transport.
All right, thank you for sharing that with us, Director Abad. Now, President Marcos has been urged time and again to revive his father's oil price stabilization fund. He himself has brought this up a couple of times. We just want to get your thoughts on that.
After the regulation, though, is to have a targeted subsidy. We have not seen a budget given to a fund, providing a fund for across-the-board subsidy. It's always targeted. So we're not really sure how the president look at it. But in the 2022 GAA, we have a targeted subsidy. So this stabilization fund is an across-the-board subsidy. There's a question about the budget. We have limited budget, and we might be just looking at first at a targeted program rather than an across-the-board.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your time and some insights with us. Still a lot of moving parts with regard to oil prices. Thank you so much for your time, DOE Oil Industry Management Bureau Director, Mr. Rino Abad. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and good afternoon.
And the Trade Department is considering to release the suggested retail prices of school supplies ahead of the scheduled return to full in-person classes. Trade Undersecretary Ruth Castella said the prices of school supplies are not being regulated at the moment since these are not basic commodities. But Castella did note that price increases of school supplies are inevitable since fuel price hikes, which affects logistics, are happening worldwide.
There are also a lot of products na school supplies na hindi gumagalaw ang presyo because of competition, syempre. So for the consumers, yun na lang muna ang hanapin nila. We'll see in the next coming days kung ilalabas po namin ang bulletin for Balik Eskwela products.
We're gonna pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Octa Research Fellow Nicanor Austriaco says the spread of the Omicron variant helps protect the population from the more severe Delta variant. Speaking to One News's agenda, Austriaco explained that if Delta is the dominant variant, the country would be, quote, in big trouble. He said, the spread of the milder Omicron variant protects us from Delta and takes the more severe variant out of the picture.
Within the Omicrons, you have a milder version. I mean, it's harder to really determine which is milder, but it's still relatively mild compared to all of the others. And so Omicron is protecting us right now from another Delta, from a Delta, right? So Delta is pretty much out of the picture.
Meanwhile, Austriaco also said that they are now in their second round of animal studies for the production of a yeast-based vaccine against COVID-19. He added that they are also looking to develop vaccines that specifically target the Omicron variant and its BA.5 subvariant.
We can probably order a BA.5 version. I probably should do that. We have an Omicron version as well. So just like the platform is easy to tweak, right? So, but we have to get the data to support the platform in general. And that really is, like I said, it's a first time, not only for me, but for the Philippines.